All right, today's talk is going to be about the paradoxical nature of success. I'm going to get a little esoteric, a little woo woo. Feeling zen today, so I'm not going to deeply inhale and ask for your validation, but I would ask that your validation waft over to me from your side of the universe. So if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell. All other platforms, like, comment, subscribe. Please let your validation gently waft over to me. If you feel so inclined, please buy the book, You 2.0. If you do, great. If you don't, also okay. So that's what we're going to talk about today, the paradoxical nature of success. I'm feeling very woo-woo zen today. I'm reading this book, Letting Go, The Art of Surrender. It's pretty good. You know, it's a little out there, but definitely has me in a good mood. And some of the things it talks about is find a way to go after what you want, but you don't want it, right? So you don't stake all of your dreams and your identity on getting what you want. And you don't think that getting what you want is going to fulfill you. But then at the same time, it's also like, oh, don't be lazy. Don't have zero goals. Don't have any ambition. Don't do anything. Sit on a blob and be nothing, right? So it's like, how do you find that balance? And there's just different things that have been floating around in my mind about this idea of being attached. And the first one is that getting what you want isn't going to solve all of your problems. We think that when we get what we want, it's going to solve the problem. But in reality, all we were doing was chasing a feeling. That's it. Like, technically, this is what the monks do, I guess. Technically, you could sit in a room and like meditate all day and find a way to get all of the emotions that you think that you're going to get from tangible outcomes. Like, you could just experience the emotion that you would get from having money. You would experience the emotion you would get from having love. You would experience the emotion that you get from having status and success and all of that. So, we live in a material world, and it's pretty hard to break those chains of desire to not want to do anything. And you should pursue things, but you got to figure out a way to pursue things without being so needy about it, right? So neediness is a problem in both directions. So when you're kind of stuck on the hamster wheel and you're not doing anything about your situation and you have no ambition, you're being needy in that you're trying to suck energy out of the world because you're not contributing anything to it. So you're being needy in that aspect. But then if you want to be successful too badly, you're also needy because you're staking your identity onto a goal that you think is going to define you or make you better, right? So I've fallen victim to that before. I thought that when I got what I wanted, I would be completely content and happy. I needed to be successful, and I did get what I wanted in many ways, but everything has a trade-off. Everything has an opportunity cost, right? So on the way to getting what I want, I broke shit. I did a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have. I shut off relationships. I caused damage in my own relationships. I sacrificed time in certain areas because I wanted to be so ambitious and focused and putting my head down trying to be successful because I needed it to happen because I wasn't good being in the present moment. I had to get this success or else it wasn't going to be good enough. But then I did get it. And I am happy for it. And I do have a sense of freedom and get to wake up and do what I want and have that cool, like, little entrepreneur dream. But then in the back of my mind, I realized the things that I had to give up along the way, pieces I had to pick up along the way. And that shows that there's a paradoxical nature, that there's trade-offs. And the end goal, I guess, is to find a way to go after your goals and be happy in the present moment and not try to let your emotions run you. And that's what happens with us a lot. We let our emotions run us in either direction. Like the overambitious positive self-help guru has their emotions of ambition running them. They're not choosing to take steps to being successful. They're letting success run them. Then you have the pessimist who has filled with negativity and they're letting negativity run them. So basically what the book is kind of talking about is like, yeah, I have goals, I have desires, I have things that I want, but If I get them, great. If not, good, right? And that's called outcome independence. It's funny, like when you don't need something to happen, but you're simultaneously working on it, then it kind of happens. But when you need something to happen so bad, you subconsciously create cues within yourself that kind of repel what you're trying to get in the first place. So you have to figure out a way to just be whole and content in yourself. And that's something that I'm working on, right? So I'm in a very weird kind of nebulous position. On the one hand, I'm a writer, and so I publish books and I make money from my writing, and I have a business from that. So I have to do that. And I have to share a message that I think is beneficial to people so that I can help them get the things that they want. But at the same time, I'm trying to do that from a more free place so that I'm not trying to impose my views on other people, but kind of let them in. And at the same time, I'm not trying to be super driven to the point where I'm letting things run me, to the point where instead of being somebody who's just creating and sharing content, I quote unquote become a content creator and I'm defined by that. And I have to create this caricature persona in order to pander to people and appease them so I can get more clicks and views, right? And so it's all very paradoxical. Like, I want people to watch my videos. The more people that watch my videos, the better. I am trying to grow my social media channels. I am trying to grow traffic to my blogs. I am trying to do things to be more successful. You know, I go to the gym and work out. I am trying to be in better shape. But then I don't want that to lean into vanity, that I have to feel a certain way about myself in the mirror in order to feel good. I am trying to accumulate money because that helps me get certain resources that make my life and the people around me life better and gives me more free time. But I don't want to let money run me into make decisions that are short-term sacrifices to get money that are going to have a long-term negative impact. And, you know, in general, so like the goal is kind of trying to be free to actually choose what you want your life to be. It's crazy, like in both directions, the paradox. Both the positive and negative, people who get stuck in the rat race hamster wheel, they're being run. People who are chasing success, they're being run. So like the goal is, I don't know, to be self-actualized and just be like, yeah, like these are the things I want. And I'm going to go after them. And I'm going to have goals in the future, but live in the present moment. And I'm going to care and put quality into the craft of my work, but I'm not going to obsess over my work. I'm going to find balance. Like you see these symbols in nature everywhere, the yin and the yang, light and dark, opposing forces that we all have to contend with. And the funny thing when it comes to the topic of success, like you could come at it from so many angles that there aren't any true objective answers. And the answer comes down to you. Like you're always fighting this battle with yourself. It's you, 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 you. That's all you think about all day. And counterintuitively, to get what you want, you kind of have to step outside of yourself and be like, okay, observe my emotions, my desires, my negativity, my positivity, my ambition, everything in between, and ask, you know, whether that's coming from a healthy place. And then once you're kind of unencumbered by your mind, like that's why I meditate every day. That's why I journal. That's why I do all of these quote unquote, sometimes hokey spiritual things. I do yoga. Everything is like, I'm trying to get outside of that hamster wheel that is my own mind, that hamster wheel that is my own ego, that has this sense of pride and this image of myself that I want to uphold, and the love and acceptance and fans and status that I think I need. And I'm trying to figure out, how do I just create the best possible work that I can, and then just kind of leave the rest to universe, God, fate, whatever you believe in, right? So it's a very kind of esoteric, paradoxical place to come from or get to, like, you know, infinite circle. Who knows where it's going to go, but day in and day out, I guess, just try to create from a free place. All right, a little all over the place. I hope that made sense. Again, let your validation gently waft, if you may. You 2.0 on Amazon. YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. All other platforms. Share the love. Send positive vibes into the universe.